player ratings. Relief, man. Absolute relief today. This guy saved today. Aaron Ramsdale saved today. No David Raya today. And he's the first guy we are going to rate Aaron Ramsdale. What do we give him today? Now, for Aaron Ramsdale, the mistake was terrible. But in terms of the throwing, the throwouts and the way he was distributing, I think that was okay on like 2 or 3 different occasions. And also he made like 2 or 3 very good saves in the game. But I cannot take that into consideration in terms of him giving away the ball, because we were this close to dropping points because of that mistake. If he had not made that mistake, we would have probably kept a clean sheet. I would have been giving him like 8 out of 10 because he made some really good saves. If he didn't make those saves and he didn't have that piece of distribution in the first half, I would have been giving him like a 3 or something like that. But since he kind of balanced it out with the saves and that, I don't think he completely balanced it out. In terms of balancing it out, I mean like 65% I'm still mad at you at making the mistake, but that 5%, fine. He made a couple of saves, that is fine. So in terms of Ramsdale's rating, I am going to give him... I can't give him higher than this, so I'm going to have to give him a 5. He made good saves, but in terms of the mistake, we have to take that into consideration. So I'm going to give you a 5 out of 10. Also, on top of that, you didn't really keep a clean sheet, so 5 out of 10 for Aaron Ramsdale. Next up is let's go to the fullbacks. Let's start with Kivio. I mean, he's really saved us as well, Kivio, the last 2-3 months, because not having Tomiyasu, not having obviously Zinchenko on that side, not having Timber from the beginning of the season. If we didn't have Kivio, I don't know who the hell was going to be playing at left back. I have no idea. Probably Cedric, and I'm not sure many of you would have liked to see Cedric at left back for 6-7 games. I don't think so. So you'd have had a bit of trouble. But for today, Kivio, not his complete best performance like he's had the last few days. I did see him giving away the ball a couple of times and all that. So I'm going to give Kivio today a 6 out of 10 for today, 6 out of 10. Again, I'll rewatch the game and see if there's anything that I missed and all that. But 6 out of 10. I'm watching the Havertz one again. That should probably have been a penalty. This guy's 6 out of 10 for Kivio. The other fullback, Ben White, incredible, absolutely incredible. The attacking, he basically saved us with that cross. His runs, he made a lot of those runs in the last 10 minutes, and he was giving Saka and Odegaard options. He saved us, because if he didn't make that run and put in that cross, I don't know where the hell a goal would have come from. I was getting really, really wide, because, you know, sometimes you need like Martinelli on the pitch and all those guys on the pitch. And on top of that, you have the supporter, and you've been smashing teams recently. I don't know how tired these players are and all that. So Ben White, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Really, really good assists, both of them. Very good assists. We didn't keep a clean sheet, so if he had kept a clean sheet, it would have been a 9 out of 10 or something. But 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. What a player, man! What a player that Ben White is. Remember, he's not even a right back. He's a centre back playing at right back, but putting in crosses like Trent Alexander-Arnold and defending like Cafu. 8 out of 10 for Ben White. Centre backs. Gabriel. He got a silly yellow card early in the game, and he was really scaring me, because I knew in the back of my head, and I started thinking about this like in the 20th minute. I was like, Gabriel, you have a yellow card. Please don't do anything stupid, because we have Man City next. And if you get a red card here, we don't have any other game between now and Man City. It's going to mean you're going to miss Man City. Keep your head. And he was not really keeping his head, you know. I was seeing him, especially when you're looking for the penalty, he was like screaming at the referee and all that. He also almost fought Tony, and I was like, listen, I appreciate the big boy stuff. Arsenal is not the one that from the back in the day where we used to get bullied. This is a big boy Arsenal now, but not for today, Gabriel. You have a yellow card. Please don't do anything stupid. I'm pretty sure the referee would have easily given him a yellow card for that tussle he had with Tony, and the time he was screaming at him for the penalty. So in situations like that, I want you to keep your head a bit. So Gabriel for today, I mean, they defended well against Tony. I mean, they didn't really... You would have kept a clean sheet today. Like, Gabriel and Saliba didn't really make any mistakes today. Let's be honest. Apart from that foul that he gave away, Gabriel, 6 or 7... I'm just going to give him a 7. Maybe I would understand if you gave him a 6, no problem. I'm just going to give him a 7. And for the other centre back, Saliba was dealing well with Tony. Like there's a time he like just hit him to the floor. Like it's so good to have these two centre backs. They are centre backs who are not going to be bullied. They're going to, bully the opposition team. They have speed. They can run and all that. Like they have so many qualities, Gabriel and Saliba. I'm going to give both of them a 7 out of 10. Unlucky not to get a clean sheet, so 7 out of 10 for both of them. Those are all the defenders. Jorginho today, I think it was just above average, not the best. The passing was still there. There's still a couple, like 2-3 passes that he put long, and they're like, yeah, these are really, really good passes. I think one was for Saka or something. But in terms of completely dominating the game, it wasn't like domination like we saw in the other games. I'm going to give Jorginho a 6 out of 10. I was thinking of starting him against, I don't know. Would you start him against FC Porto? The first leg, I would have started him against FC Porto in a game where you need to control and just keep it calm. But this particular game where you have to go attacking and score, I don't know. Maybe you would need Martinelli and Trossard both on the pitch at the same time. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it tonight. But let me know if you're going to start Jorginho against FC Porto and Rice and Odegaard the same midfield. The thing that Jorginho does, though, he allows Rice to go forward. And when Rice goes forward, he is very good. He scores goals. He gets assists every single time. As a number 8, he can easily get 10 goals. Even this season, he can easily get 10 goals. And once again today, a fantastic performance from Declan Rice. He's just incredible. Water header he's an all-round player. He doesn't get silly yellow cards here and there, doesn't give away the ball too many times. He's trying to drive us forward and all that. So I'm going to give Rice an 8 out of 10 for today. Really, really good. Who else? Odegaard. I think he's the one who gave the pass to Ben White. There's a few times in the game you'll see him getting the ball and just turning. He makes it look easy, but he just turns the defender and the defensive midfield, and he makes it look so easy. He was still trying throughout the game, especially the last 20 minutes. He was trying to make something happen. The crosses, I think you were unlucky not to get at least one assist today from those corners and free kicks. The first half, the only thing was there's a couple of times he had a chance to shoot the ball, and I was like, you have to shoot at least one of them. If you get the first chance and then you pass, the second one you have to try and shoot the ball. But both times he was trying to pass. 7 out of 10 for Odegaard. Trossard, this is a hard one. Trossard wasn't the best. I've already seen a lot of people in the comments saying they missed Martinelli. I have to say today, I felt like I missed Martinelli. Now, throughout the season, there's a few times Martinelli has missed the game and Trossard has played, and we haven't really missed Martinelli. There's a few times Jesus has missed games and Havertz and Trossard have played up front, and you've been like, we've not really missed Jesus. Even now, we're not really missing Tomiyasu and Zinchenko because Kiwi has been playing well. We've not really missed Partey that much because Rice has been playing really, really well, and Jorginho too. Today is like one of the few times I've said, oh, I missed Martinelli, and I think a part of that is because Trossard didn't really play that well. So I'm going to give him a Leandro Trossard, I think 6 out of 10 is fair enough, unless you want to give him a 5 out of 10. I think Trossard 5 out of 10 is 6 out of 10, so it's fair enough. Let me know if you'd change that. Are those all the midfielders? Yes. Rice 8, Odegaard 7, Trossard 6. Let's go to the forward players. Sorry, is that yeah, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, and Trossard on the left. Yeah, 2 more players to go. Let's go with Saka. Saka. I didn't really get an attacking return today, but he's always involved in the play. A few times I was expecting him to be a little bit quicker. Saka. The crosses were really good. The crosses from these corners were really good. At least like 5 of them were really good. Like we were unlucky not to score from them. As I said, his combination with Ben White and Odegaard is good. Today we saw it is the one who like ran past, I think, 2 players or something, then gave the ball to Ben White, and Ben White crossed the ball for the first goal. So there's that. But I feel like Saka should be like 6.5, but I don't give half. So I'm just going to give him a 7 out of 10. But yeah, I think it was a 7 out of 10, not 8, 9 out or 10. It was a 7 out of 10. Kai Havertz. First half, he was getting involved in the play a lot. Another thing I forgot to mention with Odegaard, there's a couple of times he was pressing the opposition team and they ended up giving the ball to him like all in their box. He does that very well. Havertz does that as well. He was running in behind well, but obviously when he misses a chance, people do not really look at how he ran in behind. But I do look at that as well. Second half, between around the 45th minute and 65th minute, a lot of the players were quiet, I felt. Saka, Havertz, and all those guys. But the last 25 minutes, he was really getting involved. He was picking up the ball and drifting forward on the right side, carrying the ball. He was trying a few. He got the winning goal again. How many times has he gotten the winning goal this season? A few times, and he scored now in 4 games in a row. He's coming in clutch. Now, when Havertz, I think people say, why is Havertz playing? I'm sure that question is gone. Havertz is playing. And at the time he scored the goal, I think we are playing like a front two with him and Jesus. And he was sometimes coming back to the midfield to make it a midfield 3. But for today, Kai Havertz, I am going to give him, he scored a winning goal. So, yeah, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Just for that winning goal, he gets an extra 2 points. Really, really big goal for us. That was huge, absolutely huge. So 8 out of 10. Havertz. Bench Jesus, he came on, he was a nuisance. He won us a couple of corners and all. In terms of getting chances, didn't really get any. So 6 out of 10 for Jesus. Who else came on? Zinchenko, I'm also going to give him a 6 out of 10. Nothing much. Didn't see him a lot because he was only for like 20 minutes. Who else came on? Reece Nelson was getting involved. But I'm not going to give him a 7 because 7 is too high. But you could tell he quickened the game up and all that. But there's a time you should have gave Saka a better pass at the end of the game. Could have been 3-1, 6 out of 10 for him. And who else came on? Partey. Did I see Partey coming on? I'm pretty sure I saw him kicking the ball out. He was trying to pass the ball. Was that Saka or Partey? I think it was Partey. He was trying to pass the ball and he kicked it out. Come on, bro. You can. I'm going to pass because they're just coming back. But when you start doing stuff like that, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to start you against FC Porto. I don't think he's ready to play against FC Porto. I would go for Jorginho or for that game. Unfortunately, I'd save Partey up until after the international break because he's not looking sharp at all. So Partey for today, the 3 minutes or something he was on the pitch, I'm just going to give him a 5 out of 10. But yeah, after those 2 cameos, I don't think he deserves to start against FC Porto. Mikel Arteta, performance-wise, he's been putting in some incredible performances the last 2 months. We kept on going. There's nothing really would have done with the lineup. Martinelli was out. You have to play Trossard. Raya was out. You have to play Ramsdale. I don't think there's anything to do with that. Jesus for Jorginho, I felt maybe the 60th minute. He made it in the 69th minute. Zinchenko for Kiwi, I didn't have a problem with that. Reece for Leo. I also didn't really have a problem with that because Leo's a bit quiet. So for today, we got the win. We are top of the table in March. We've won 8 games in a row for the first time in his Arsenal managerial career. This is Arteta's first job. 8 wins in a row in the Premier League is not easy. This is what Guardiola usually does with Man City every season. They usually tell us February, March, April, they win like 10, 12 games in a row. 7 out of 10 for today, Mikel Arteta.